Hello everyone. On behalf of Indian Achievers Forum, I'd like to welcome each and every one of you present today. And today we have gathered to discuss about the G20 presidency. The Group of 20 is a premium forum for international economic cooperation. It plays an important role in shaping and strengthening global architecture and governance on all major international economic issues. Prime Minister has noted that India's presidency of the G20 during the year of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav is a matter of pride for every Indian. The G20 meetings have already commenced in India, and we endeavor to organize about 200 of these meetings in 32 different sectors in multiple locations across India. Today, we are going to discuss about three key points. The first one is what has India gained out of G20 presidency? The second is how should India use the G20 presidency? And the last one being what India as a country shall have achieved by the end of G20 presidency. So before commencing with the session, I'd like Mr. Harish Chandra, President of Indian Achievers Forum, to welcome all the award winners and the other guests.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. As Vatika introduced me as a president of Indian Achievers Forum, so I represent this forum for the last 20 years. And first of all, I would like to congratulate our great Prime Minister Modi ji for bringing this G20 presidency to India. And on behalf of Indian Achievers Forum, I welcome all of you for this webinar. So, as you know, that this year's G20 presidency's theme is Vasudeva Kutumbakam, or One Earth, One Family, and One Future. So, as Vatika mentioned that during this 1 year, India will be hosting approximately 200 meetings in 500 cities in 32 streams. So the G20 summit provides an opportunity for India to showcase its economic growth and potential to the world. This will help India in attaining foreign investments and strengthening its position as a hub for international business. Additionally, the G20 provides a platform for India to emerge with other economies on key issues such as trade, investment, and innovations, which will ultimately help the Indian economy to grow and prosper. Moreover, the G20 summit is an opportunity for the Indian industries to learn from the best practices of other economies and to collaborate with them to find solutions to various challenges. So, in conclusion, the G20 is a critical platform for the Indian economy and industry. It provides an opportunity for India to showcase its potential, engage with other economies, and learn from their best practices. I am confident that the G20 will play a key role in promoting the growth and prosperity of Indian economy and industry. So I think, as everybody knows, that there are thousands of people are coming from across the globe to attend these meetings. So this will be very learning for the Indian counterparts as well, and people can collaborate with these people in terms of technology, in terms of innovations, and lots of foreign investment will also be coming. So I think this G20, we can leverage this G20 summit in our businesses, whether it's a large business or small businesses. So I think this is going to be very fruitful for Indian economy. So Vatika?
Thank you so much, sir. And with this, I'd like to invite Dr. Sudipta Narayan Roy, who's the chairman of National Ayush Task Force and managing committee member, ASHOCHAM member, Board of Governors, Brainware University, and MD of Powell Group. So, sir, we'd like to hear from you on this topic.
Thank you, Vatika. Thank you, Harishji, for giving me this opportunity to share my views on G20. I would like to speak in Hindi so that it would be better for other people who would be hearing this summit after the recording has been done. ऐसा है कि इंडिया का जो मेन मार्केट है, इंडिया का इकोनॉमी जो है, ये बेस्ड था बिफोर बिफोर प्री इंडिपेंडेंस। अगर हम देखेंगे तो इट वाज बेस्ड ऑन टू एक्सपोर्ट मार्केट्स, वन इज द CIS कंट्रीज एंड अदर इज आसियान। तो G20 में इंडिया अभी प्रेसिडेंसी में आ रहा है, आ चुका है रदर। तो इसमें मेरा एक मतलब माय एक्सपेक्टेशन फ्रॉम द लीडरशिप वुड बी कि CIS और आसियान कंट्री के साथ अगर ट्रेड रिलेशंस डेवलप किया जाए जैसे कि प्री इंडिपेंडेंस था, और इसके लिए तो फिर हमारा जो सार्क कम्युनिटीज है, जो सार्क कंट्रीज है, यहाँ हम लोग का एक पीस का एनवायरनमेंट का जरूरत है। and India is also becoming a military superpower. So by virtue of that, India can dominate the SAARC countries, जो अभी हम देख रहे हैं कि थोड़ा बहुत इधर उधर जो इश्यूज है, स्पेशली इन द वेस्टर्न फ्रंट ऑफ इंडिया, तो वो अगर हम लोग कहीं से अगर टैकल कर पाए डिप्लोमेटिक वे में, डेमोक्रेटिक वे में, तो ये जो CIS कंट्रीज और आसियान का ऑलरेडी बहुत ट्रेड रिलेशंस चल रहा है। इंडियन अचीवर्स फोरम बहुत सारा ट्रेड डेलीगेट्स मतलब आसियान में ले चुके हैं, एंड वी हैव फाउंड कितना एंथुसियाज्म है इंडिया के साथ पार्टनरशिप करने में। क्योंकि देखिए कल्चरली जो है आसियान और CIS इंडिया के साथ फॉर थाउजेंड्स ऑफ इयर्स जुड़े हुए हैं, और इकोनॉमिकली भी अगर हम देखेंगे कि प्री इंडिपेंडेंस दिस टू एरियाज वर डिपेंडेंट ऑन इंडिया for agriculture, for other goods। तो अभी अगर ये दो जगह का हम लोग कैसे भी हो जियोग्राफिकली सार्क का जो हम लोग का खुद का जो अंदरूनी प्रॉब्लम्स है उसको मिटा के ये दो ट्रेड रूट प्रॉपरली हम लोग खुल सकते हैं, तो इंडिया का जो $5 ट्रिलियन इकोनॉमी का जो मतलब जो नेशनल एम्बिशन है 2 साल हम लोग अचीव कर पाएंगे। फर्स्ट इंडिया का जो फोकस है अभी, दैट इज द MSME सेक्टर। इंडिया का 40% ऑफ द इकोनॉमी MSME सेक्टर मतलब कंट्रीब्यूट करते हैं। अगर हम चाइना स्टोरी देखेंगे तो चाइना में अगर 30 साल पहले का हम लोग स्टोरी देखेंगे तो वहां का MSME सेक्टर को गवर्नमेंट जैसे बैकिंग किए थे, उसके हिसाब से वो आज इकोनॉमिक सुपर पावर बन गया है। तो अगर हमें ये MSME सेक्टर में, ये जो MSME सेक्टर जो है, ये सेक्टर को हम कैसे भी हो थोड़ा बढ़ावा दे सकते हैं, तो एक्सपोर्ट में इसका बहुत ज्यादा फायदा होगा। अगर आप बोलेंगे कि G20 में कैसे हम MSME का मतलब फायदा कर सकते हैं, G20 में जो है, G20 में अगर हम लोग जैसे कि एक हम लोग इमर्जिंग नॉर्थ ईस्ट बोल के एक प्रोग्राम किए एसोचैम का लास्ट वीक, वहां पे G20 रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स आए थे। तो वहां पे हम लोग शोकेस कर रहे थे वन डिस्ट्रिक्ट वन प्रोडक्ट। इट्स अ गवर्नमेंट जो नीति आयोग का एक बहुत अच्छा ये पॉलिसी है। तो वो वन तो G20 में जो रिप्रेजेंटेशन आया था, तो वो लोग बहुत खुश थे कि यहाँ पे जो है वन डिस्ट्रिक्ट वन प्रोडक्ट ये कॉन्सेप्ट देख के नॉर्थ ईस्ट का बहुत मतलब रिमोट एरिया से जो उनको शूटिंग है G20 जो Y20 का जो रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स आए थे, तो वो लोग वहां का सब स्टोरी लेके गए, दे वुड बी शोकेसिंग इन G20। तो G20 का 3 विंग बहुत अच्छा बनाया गया है। एक है यूथ विंग Y20, एक है वुमेन विंग दैट इज W20 एंड बिजनेस विंग B20। तो उसमें से मेरा इंटरेक्शन Y20 के साथ जितना हुआ है उसके हिसाब से हम जो समझे हैं कि दे आर फोकसिंग मोर ऑन the universities, especially IITs and IIMs and other universities, जहां से वो लोग entrepreneurship को बढ़ावा दे रहे हैं, and they are making a story out of it which they are representing in G20 मतलब G20 समिट में उसका रिप्रेजेंटेशन हो रहा है। ये बहुत ही एक बढ़िया काम हो रहा है। तो यही काम अगर मेरा एक्सपेक्टेशन रहेगा कि आईआईटी और आईआईएम के बीच ही मतलब सीमित ना रख के और भी यूनिवर्सिटीज को इसका लाभ पहुंचाया जाए तो बहुत ही बेहतर होगा। एंड उसके लिए हम लोग एसोचेम के तरफ से एक एप्लीकेशन भी उनको डाले हैं Y20 को। फ्रॉम माय यूनिवर्सिटी, इट इज अ प्राइवेट यूनिवर्सिटी, सो हम लोग डाले हैं कि आप हमारे साथ भी जुड़िए। तो देर इज अ प्लेटफॉर्म वेर यू कैन पार्टनर इन G20's मतलब वहां का वेबसाइट में। तो वही मेरा बोलने का यही इरादा है कि जितना हम ये G20 का जो एक प्लेटफॉर्म मिला है, ये जितने लोग जुड़ सकते हैं तो थिंग्स वुड बी कमिंग इनटू अ गुड शेप। तो यही मेरा बोलने का है। और इंडिया का जो शोकेस करने का है, ये है इंडिया का जो आध्यात्मिक जो संस्कृति जो है हमारा। देखिए, ये वसुदैव कुटुंबकम, ये जो कॉन्सेप्ट है, ये कॉन्सेप्ट एक आध्यात्मिक कॉन्सेप्ट है। दिस इज अ स्पिरिचुअल कॉन्सेप्ट। तो ये कॉन्सेप्ट को हमें अगर आगे लेके जाना है तो इंडिया का योग, इंडिया का जो वेदांत का जो अमृत है, ये सबको शेयर करना पड़ेगा वर्ल्ड में। तो स्वामी विवेकानंद का मतलब मैं शहर से बिलोंग करता हूं। तो उनका ही जो मतलब एक सपना था कि अराइज अवेक एंड स्टॉप नॉट टिल द गोल इज रिच, जो विश्व गुरु बनने का जो गोल, ये गोल G20 वुड बी द बेस्ट प्लेटफॉर्म टू लॉन्च इंडिया एज विश्व गुरु। यही बोल के मैं मेरा जो वक्तव्य है रखता हूँ। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Thank you so much, sir, for putting forward your views. Next, I'd like to invite Ms. Shubhangi Bhagwat, who's the Vice President, Customer and Delivery Advocacy, Exorian Solutions Private Limited, to put forward her views on this topic. And also, I'd like to request all the panelists to keep it crisp and short and put forward your views within the timeline of 3 minutes, right? So that we can, wind this up as within the timeline. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, hi, Vatika. Thank you, all of you. Uh, it was pleasure to join this sessions. So I think G20 is an international forum, so definitely we are getting exposure to multiple countries. How do we position as a India the platform? So since I'm from the technology uh, industry, IT industry, I think technology is playing a major role today in the transformation of all the business models. And India and India's youth, if you see, uh, we are the youngest country, as our Prime Minister Modi ji says, we are the youngest country, and that is where we have a potential. And we have a very good education system. Of course, there is a scope for improvement, but technology wise, like in medical industry or in the technology industry or in engineering sectors, manufacturing sectors, robotics, AI, ML, all these blockchains or security related areas, there is a lot of things we can do to dominate the market. So I think we should be able to leverage the technology industry, whether it's a tier one, tier two, or MSME segment. But we can leverage this to demonstrate the modernization and coming up with innovative business models. That is number one. Second is, if you see the Smart India Hackathon, which was promoted by Modi ji, you know, and we have around 7 lakh students participating, around 40 plus ministries are participating, 2,500 institutions are participating, 700 odd MSMEs are participating. So if you see, this is a huge collaboration of the technology and coming out with a very innovative solution. Now, what we can do this, bring these innovative solutions and IPs or these innovations to industrialize, you know, to industrialize at a national level, at an international level. So that will, the moment we empower the technology and we empower the innovation to modernize and come up with a different business model, that is that will help us, take the charge or take the lead in all the business models. So I think um, we are on that direction. We are always we are trying to influence a lot of technology related business models and collaborations with international and national organizations. But I think we can do on a much larger scale. Now in G20, the countries which are participating, we can leverage with their networks and with their help, to go beyond and rise above, you know to take the lead of a world guru or world leadership position. So definitely that is one. Second is our Ayurvedic. Ayurveda is one of the main foundation, and which is getting promoted in all the most of the countries today. But I think still we have yet to do the complete industrialization of the Ayurveda. Okay, so the way we are doing a medical science, we are still not coming up with the same level. So Ayurveda includes a lot of remedies which are required for the vaccinations or prevention rather, and there are a lot of stories and case studies available from the national and international. So I think that is another area which we can take up, and I think world is ready to accept. People are filing the patent by researching on Ayurveda, outside the country. So
Thank you so much, ma'am, for putting forward your views. We have Mr. S. Ravi Shankar who has joined us, and he's
uh,
the
I
Honorary
think
Secretary of
education
Indian
is one more
Achievers Forum.
area which we can definitely try to address. So I will
Sure, ma'am.
stop here because let other participants also get the equal chance. Yeah, thank you
Yeah,
so much.
thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am, for putting forward your views. I'd like to welcome Mr. S. Ravi Shankar, who's the Honorary Secretary of Indian Achievers Forum. Sir, I'd like to hear from you your views on the G20 presidency.
It's a great honor and privilege for India to host G20. Sorry, I'm a bit outside, so hope its voice is clear.
Yes, sir,
And
it's
so this is going to be an important year, and it also happens to be the 75th year of independence. We are through the year we are celebrating, and the industry I am generally associated with is the clean energy industry. Even in fossil fuels, it's natural gas and hydrogen we are talking about, renewable energy, and also we are all working towards a net zero carbon situation. India has taken a target of 2070 to withdraw as much as possible from the fossil fuels like oil, coal, and other fossil fuels and move towards cleaner energy. So this G20 also, in a way, focuses on energy transition to cleaner forms of energy, as well as it talks about sustainability and cleaner environment. So to that extent, there are a lot of actions taking place across the globe, and India is one of the major forerunners in taking those initiatives. So therefore, this G20 is going to be an important turning point in the economy of India as we integrate very strongly with the global uh, initiatives towards clean energy, as well as there are multiple other areas that have been identified under the G20 summit, which includes digital initiatives and agriculture and tourism, travel. All these are included in G20. It's going to be something which is very important from the perspective of the global foray of India, and it will make us much more stronger. And I wish G20 summit a great success. And it's also Indian Achievers Forum has taken the initiative to bring all of us together to hear about our ideas about G20 summit. Thank you so much, and I'm really glad to be part of this initiative. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for joining the session. Next, I'd like to invite Mr. P. Subakaran, who is the Managing Director of Subakaran Associates, to put forward his views on this topic.
Yeah, thank you, Vatika, and good afternoon to everyone. It was nice to hear from many of you, your thoughts, and I just want to share some of the basics of G20. What is it about, and what India can showcase itself to the global world. G20 is an intergovernmental forum comprising 19 countries. So you have countries right from Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Canada, China, France, Germany, India, Indonesia, Italy, Japan, Republic of Korea, Mexico, Russia, Saudi Arabia, South Africa, Turkey, United Kingdom, United States, and the European Union. Now, the significance of G20 is that it represents around 85% of the global GDP, over 75% of the global trade, and about two-thirds of the world's population. So, to take presidency of such a group is an honor for India. And India will hold the presidency from 1st December 2022 to 30th November 2023. And just prior to India, Indonesia held the G20 presidency in 2022. Brazil will host the G20 in 2024, followed by South Africa in 2025. Now, as Harish earlier said, the theme of India's G20 presidency is Vasudeva Kudumbam, which is one earth, one family, one future. It closely ties with lifestyle for environment. So it's an excellent opportunity for India to present the diversity to the world. Now, India is fairly doing well under the leadership of Narendra Modi. I'm extremely happy about it. Now, we are passionate and we are focused on democracy and multilateralism. With every progress, we want to attach it. And my opinion is, since I have also been associated with academics and research for a long time, India needs to progress extensively in the field of education. India needs to transform itself into a research based economy. This is primarily because research leads to inquiry leads to invention, and invention leads to progress. Another good thing which India has done is we have taken to digitalization fairly well. This combined with favorable demographics is a healthy sign which India can leverage and take up leadership position. So this is my thoughts on G20 presidency for India. And thank you, Vatika Singh and Harish, for giving me the opportunity to share my thoughts. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for putting forward your views. Next, I'd like to invite Mr. Darpan Prashar, who's the chairman of NGO Cultural Diversity for Peaceful Future.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much for having me here. And as you told me that I'm running an NGO here, and my NGO is engaged with the cultural integration between India and Georgia. For that, we have done a number of events even in India and Georgia. We are doing. For G20, it's not only promoting business; it's also promoting Indian culture. With my own experience, I have brought many Georgians for cultural programs or things like that to India. And because in many books, it's a long stories have been written about Indian culture, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, Atithi Devo Bhav. But when the personally comes to the country and he experience himself, I have seen first group which I brought to India. It was a people. It was a group of around 25, 26 school students. Then after when they came and when they returned back to Georgia, they explained how Indian people and how Indian culture, how Indians were welcoming them. And the next I brought some theater group there, the same experience. They were big people and they had also the same experience. And the result is this today, in the month of March, I'm coming back again to India with 70 the people delegation. This is this experience, because when a person personally come to a country and experience these things, that how Indian people welcome the guests. So whatever you have written in the books, it's yes, people read it, but when they experience personally, it's my own experience. When they come and they feel that experience, this is the best thing. So Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam, India can explain very well, because thousands of people will be visiting India in this G20, which is happening in India right now, and it's a very big thing for India to have presidency of G20. And I think India is moving so fast, so it will boost G20 will boost its speed and accelerate to reach, I think, each part of the G20 countries, and it will be a big success for India after when this G20 year will come to the end. India will definitely reach even this 5 trillion economy, plus Indian cultural weak culture will reach each and every part of these countries at every corner with the practical experiences with the people they will be visiting India. Thank you very much.
Good
Uh,
afternoon to all the dignitaries present over here.
Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon, Navneet.
Yeah,
yes, ma'am. So I'd like
I'm,
to request you to
I'm
put
just,
your views forward on this topic.
ma'am, I'm here just to, observe the webinar to understand and listen to all the dignitaries over here. I would like to hear more from all the people present over here.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, so quickly we'll have just a roundup of all that we discussed today. So one by one, I just want to hear from each one of you what India as a country shall have achieved by the end of G20 presidency. So quickly we'll listen to all of you what you have to say on this. So starting with Miss Shubhangi Bhagwat.
I think G20 is a forum where we will strengthen our relationship with the multiple countries. And what we can achieve is more business for India, more platforms to lead India to grow. And I think, as Darpan said, I very much agree. The definition of Vasudev Kutumbakam, we are already with so many language and culture and ethnicity. We are already living so peacefully together. So I think Vasudev Kutumbakam, like leading the entire world, in that manner, by respecting all the cultures, all the diversity. You know so that is where I think India will take a leadership. Yeah.
Thank you
So
so
Yeah,
much,
culture,
ma'am.
Vatika.
Mm,
Indian culture will definitely will get represented in multiple forums and multiple channels with the help of G20. So I think that will open up more growth for organizations for India. Yeah.
Thank you so much,
Ladies
ma'am.
and gentlemen, in the meantime, Mr. Ravi Gosai is with us. He is a vice president of Indian Association of Tour Operators. So, Mr. Ravi, welcome to this seminar.
Thank you, Ariji.
And yeah, I have one direct questions from you as you represent the Tour Operators Association. So, how this G20 will be benefited for the tourism and hospitality industry in India?
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I must tell something that it's a very proud moment for India to have G20 presidency. There will be over 200 meetings from different ministries are planned in different locations all over India. And the best part is that all these locations are chosen very selectively by the PMO. They're taking people to the remotest city of India. So this is something very important that all other seminars and these kind of meetings were done before in major metro cities. But for example, meetings are going to Aurangabad, they are going to Indore, they will be in the northeast part of India, they will be in the remotest area in South India. So in this, when you have delegation from all over the country, all over these G20 countries, the media will cover those places. So this is a very good thought process from the ministry and the government to do meetings, and then they have meetings from different ministries Like for the from tourism ministry, there will be five G20 meetings will be Srinagar, one in Kashmir, and then one recently they did one in Bhuj, Kutch. So there will be one in Sikkim. There will be one in Ajanta, in Aurangabad. So like this, India will get lots of publicity. Though directly it may not benefit the industry, but indirectly it will be a huge platform for India to showcase. And I think Ministry of Tourism, Government of India is geared to that, and they are making lots of promotion during the G20 meetings when there are delegates coming from all these G20 countries. So there will be tourism ministers meeting in Goa in May. That will be end of this G20 meetings on tourism from the tourism ministry part. So I think it's a great platform and great opportunity for India to showcase and come in a bigger way to the world. And the best part is when you go to these smaller cities, then which people doesn't know actually. So they will get exposed to the inner part of India. This is the best thing.
Thank you so much, sir, for putting forward your views. Now, I'd like to ask Dr. Sudipta Narayan the same question, that what India as a country shall have achieved by the end of G20 presidency. Quickly, sir, we want to hear from you.
See, as a country, India has a lot to expect from this G20 summit. As Ravi sir was saying, there is a thrust in promoting tourism also, and as Madam Bhagwat was saying, to promote Ayurveda and everything. So there, all these things are already in place. So it's just our participation as citizen, and as forums like Indian Achievers Forum should come up and participate in this grand event of G20, partnering G20 in either B20 or Y20 or W20. So after this long year of G20 summits, we can find that India has already been in a position where there would be a lot of exposure, not just only to the MSME sector, but also in Indian education sector would be a lot of benefited, and tourism sector definitely. There is a slowdown in the tourism sector post COVID, but this G20 summit is going to change the scenario very soon. So this would be something which I would be concluding with.
Thank you so much, sir. So now, Mr. P. Subhakaran, what do you think as a country shall have India achieved by the end of the G20 presidency?
See, the theme is excellent: one Earth, one family, one future, because we have the backdrop of the Russia Ukraine conflict, and which has impacted a number of countries. But as a country, a diverse country with different religions, with vast economic disparity between people and different languages, we still live together as a harmonious nation. So that is very important. And many countries in the world are studying India's growth. They are keenly observing how it is possible for India to grow with a diversified profile. So we have a rich cultural heritage which we can showcase to the world, and we can take leadership position, and we can also teach an important lesson of how to live harmoniously with a diversified profile. We will surely get many business opportunities, and that will be one of the outcome of the G20 summit. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. So now I'd request Mr. Darpan. What would you like to say on this, that India as a country shall have achieved by the end of the G20 presidency?
If I say it in one sentence, so I would have say that a step forward to become Vishwaguru, and a step forward to become third economy in the world. It will boost it, and we will not going by step. It will be a jump towards the goal. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. So, in the end, I'd also like to request Ravi, sir, what would he like to say that what India as a country shall have achieved by the end of the G20 presidency?
See, first of all, I don't know about the commercial angle of it, but yes, we will able to showcase our culture, our warmness, our traditional, medicine, and also especially yoga and Ayurveda to the world. And this will be, we cannot get the better opportunity than this, actually.
Thank you so much, sir. So, just like all good things come to an end, so has this session. And it was really insightful listening to all of you. Thank you so much to each and every one of you for making this session so knowledgeable. And thank you so much for your valuable time. Thank you so
Uh,
much.
Thank you for
Thank you.
being
I
there.
just, I
Thank
just,
you.
I just
Sorry.
wanted to add one more thing. After this G20, summits and meetings, maybe India will make its impact on the global map. As we are already there on the top in IT, in fintech, and in agriculture also. We are doing good, but when all the delegates from these different countries will visit India, so definitely they will change their perception toward India, and they will bring more and more technology and investment to India. So I think this is a very win-win situation for India as well as the world also, so that they have a good marketplace, and where the maximum number of population is young. So I think this is a very good, fantastic opportunity for India to host this G20 presidency. So thank you all for giving your valuable time for attending
Thank
this
you all.
webinar. And this is the online, but we are planning to host few ground events in and around the same topic. So we will be informing you about our upcoming events. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye
Thank
bye.
you so
Yeah,
much,
thank you,
everyone.
one and all.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Harish.
thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Kapila.
Mr.
Thank
Thanks.
you, all of you.
Thank you, Mr.
Right.